Hi everyone, this is Dr. Teresa Dale with you, and also my producer Daryl is with you as well today. He is helping in the background, and as he always is. I want to just say welcome to Natural Health Radio. We're going to talk a lot today about some health news that you need to know, and also some information about the show. Now, I do interview health providers and other people once in a while, and in a couple of weeks I have a very special health provider that I will be interviewing. Her name is Laura Dankoff, and I've known her for many years. She is a nurse practitioner, and she's doing some great work, and I want to bring her on the show in a couple of weeks. So just put that on your calendar in 2 weeks, that on Tuesday, and I believe it's October 16th, that she will be on the show with me. You need to listen and watch Natural Health Radio, because the biggest thing is that there's so much information that's coming out every day on healthcare. You want to know what's best for your health. You want to know, is vegan healthy? Is paleo diet healthy? What about macrobiotic? So you want to know all of this information, and this is where you're going to find it, because I don't have any judgment about what's right and what's not right for you. I'm going to bring you research the truth about various topics on diet. And I think that's very important, because really you are what you eat. You've heard that before, but I want to tell you that one of the strongest points about diet is about animal products. And you know, there's a book called The China Study, which has studied this in detail for years. It's a great book. I recommend you pick it up. And there's so many other books and research that indicates that animal products are not good for your health if you're eating them, especially on a regular basis. And because of a number of things, the animals are fed GMOs, the animals have glyphosate and toxins in them. Even if it's organic, it could be eating grass or natural vegetables that have glyphosate on it. Even if it's organic, there's things that can slip in there. And one of the most important things is I work with patients who have kidney stones and gallstones. And they say, well, you know, we haven't heard much about kidneys and what makes stones. Well, I want to give you that information today. You should take a note on this, because this is the facts. Kidneys have to break down protein. So when you're doing paleo, they have to work very hard to break down all of that animal products. Okay, and if it's not organic, then all of those toxins are in your kidneys. And will it all be eliminated? Not all of it. Some of it will hang out in tissues and in the organ, the kidney. So the other thing besides food is real food is sodas are very bad for your kidneys. So if you're looking at the bubbly sodas, if you're looking at effervescent sodas, those are very bad for your kidneys. And we want to avoid those completely. The best thing for your kidneys are drinking water, drinking purified, clean water. Many people say, what about sugar and what about all of those things? And how does your kidneys deal with that? Your kidneys have to break down the food that you eat. Okay, so everybody think it's just the liver. No, it's also the kidneys. And you know, many people who have kidney stones want to know why. Well, it could be that they're eating so much meat that the kidneys are not functioning correctly, and then they can start making stones. It could be that they're taking strong calcium supplements for a long time. Now, calcium supplements in a tablet, in a capsule, regular calcium supplements are very bad to take, because your body does not assimilate all of the calcium in those supplements. And what's left over can cause renal calculi or kidney stones. So we have to understand that we don't want to ever use calcium supplements. What we want to do is use ionic calcium. So that ionic calcium, it's made not as a homeopathic remedy. It's not a homeopathic remedy at all, but it's very small amounts of calcium that's made with distilled water, so that you're getting the essence of calcium. You're getting 1 milligram, you're getting maybe 6 milligrams, but it's an ionic form, so it's cell ready. So that means when you take ionic calcium, all of it is used immediately. When you take a calcium pill, I'll bet not even 50% of it is absorbed. The rest of it circulates in your body, and some of it ends up in your kidneys and does cause kidney stones. Okay, so diet is very important. Your supplements, what you take, is very important. And the other thing, in talking about the kidneys, we have to look at our emotions. So fear is the emotion that affects the kidneys. And the kidneys can start creating stones because a person is living in fear for years. And how do I know this about fear? According to the 5-element theory of Chinese medicine, fear affects your kidneys, causes kidney stones, causes kidney disease. So we have to understand that it's a body-mind connection that we have to deal with as far as healing ourselves. So we have to look at our emotions, and we have to use homeopathy to handle the fear and to resolve these issues. And we can do that with a homeopathic remedy for fear. And it's also your diet. If you eat paleo, you're eating a lot of protein. The books do not discuss on paleo how all of this animal protein affects your kidneys. Your kidneys it has to deal with all the protein and break it down. Okay? And let's say your digestion is not very good. Kidneys are even going to have a harder time. So your body produces, or should produce, hydrochloric acid. As we get older, not us, Daryl, but as other people, as they get older, okay, then you have to heal your pancreas and your digestive system so that your body will continue to make its own hydrochloric acid, okay? And the hydrochloric acid is what you need for protein. The body makes it. Now, you can heal a digestive system by using a digestive formula that includes ginger and fenugreek and many other types of herbs that actually heal the digestive system, so your pancreas and your body can once again produce the digestive enzymes that you need. So in order to break down all this protein, you need perfect digestion. You need to be producing hydrochloric acid, okay? Now, I don't particularly like replacement. Like, the body makes hydrochloric acid. So I don't like replacing it and taking enzymes, because that means the body is not well, and what we have to do is heal the body so it can make its own digestive enzymes, right? So that is what I would suggest. And also, there are certain foods that if a person does have kidney stones, that I would recommend they immediately stop eating meat. They stop taking any calcium supplements whatsoever. They drink a lot of water, go onto a vegetarian diet with and have not too many foods with the component of that food consists of oxalic acid. So instead, what we want to do is do the whole body deep cleanse kit, and that is designed to help dissolve kidney and gallstones. But it doesn't help if you're going to keep eating foods and keep doing the same thing that would help promote it, including, remember, the emotions. Fear. Fear is the thing that creates kidney stones, according to the 5-element theory of Chinese medicine, also known as in acupuncture, which has been existed for 2,000 years. 2,000 years. So in 2,000 years, they have shown in all countries that use acupuncture and all acupuncturists that the emotion fear causes the kidney to not function correctly. Okay, and we have two kidneys. They're very important for filtering out toxins. We have to keep them really strong. They work the hardest when you eat junk food. Hamburgers, junk, fast food, they work very hard. And then if you also have a lot of fear in your life, then your kidneys would start producing kidney stones. Now, there are different ways to get rid of it, and I'd like to discuss a couple of those. One of them is a medical procedure called lithotripsy. Lithotripsy is a piece of equipment that helps to, where they can put you in a bathtub and they electrocute the stone to break it apart. Now, I think this is barbaric. Here's what I think. When you break that stone apart, you can have little jagged edges of that can cause bleeding in the kidneys. So I think a simpler way to do it is to use the Whole Body Deep Cleanse Kit, which contains phosphoric acid. And what that does is you follow the directions, and that helps to dissolve it safely. And you do this, it's only 13 days. So in 13 days, you can eliminate gallstones, kidney stones. You know, the thing is that we can't legally say, you can take this product and it will dissolve the kidney stones and the gallstones. But this procedure has been used for 50 years with people of doing a liver and gallbladder flush, okay? And the beautiful thing is that also, when it dissolves stones, it's going to dissolve all stones in your body. And so I would highly recommend that you take a look at that and make a choice on your own. I'm just educating you as far as the possibilities of this, but we've also had outpatient clinic of hospital use it for patients, and very successfully. So we have third party, we have doctors using it for their patients with great success. However, you need to always look into these things and be very careful with whatever you use. One of the worst things you can do, as I was saying a few minutes ago, is use is to use calcium, because they're like kidney stones. They look like, you take calcium in form of a pill or a capsule or even a liquid calcium magnesium. The form of calcium, some of them are made from stones, from rocks. Some of them are made from citrus, from different forms. But no matter the form, 1,200 milligrams or 1,000 milligrams or 500 milligrams of calcium every day is too much. We don't absorb all of it, and then the kidneys have to deal with it. So we have to look at all the different causes of these things. Consider the emotions, always consider the emotions. The other area that I wanted to discuss today was your health freedom. This is your health freedom station. We need to remind you that you are empowered. And as an empowered person, you have the ability to heal yourself. And you know what, Daryl? It's still legal to heal yourself. Anybody can heal themselves. You can take responsibility to heal yourself. So all you need to do that is to become educated. And one of the greatest ways to become educated is to become a member of our Wellness Optimization Club. And you can do that on our website, wellnesscenter.net. Become a member, and then you have audios, videos, protocols, and vaccine opt-out forms for all of my members. You would be joining a Health Freedom Association that is registered with the government. It's a private association that has an EIN number, and it is up to you to educate yourself so that you can exercise your health freedom rights and heal yourself. And I believe people can do that every day. There's thousands of people, Daryl, that have healed themselves from cancer, but they're not on the news. They're not on CNN. They're not on the news, okay? They don't bring somebody on who said, hey, this is Joe, and we want you to meet him because he just healed himself of incurable disease. What do you think that would do to our population if we had people telling the truth on TV?
Well, I think that also there's some advertising dollars tied to Big Pharma that
Right.
would encourage people not to disclose that information.
Right, and that is the key. It's the Big Pharma that buys all of the ads, and if we started showing people healing themselves and having them on TV to show a before picture and an after picture, a before blood test and an after blood test. See, this is using media in a great way to help humanity, but we don't really have that done right now. You don't see that on TV.
Well, there's a lot of prescription drug commercials on television, and I think the message they deliver is if you're taking prescription drugs, you dance. When you mow your lawn, when you
Right.
walk through the cubicles at work,
Right.
you'll dance. But there are two kinds of companies that used to be able to afford to pay gigantic fines and move on. The oil companies and the tobacco companies. I think Big Pharma can join that list now.
Absolutely, they can totally. It's a great, brilliant thing to say. Is we got rid of the tobacco industry, okay? Not totally, but as far as advertising, but we also have the pharmaceutical houses, the drug companies, that when they advertise on TV, somebody with a smiling face starts telling you in very, very fast language and very small print that you could die from taking this.
Yeah, go tell your doctor that this is what you want to take, and the end result may be you would pass away.
Right. So I mean that is, so they do show that, and that is a disclaimer, but it's not good enough because it's subliminal. But the messaging is subliminal. So they're giving you the statement with the person smiling, happy, kissing, hugging, and that's what's there while they're doing this. So that is a subliminal cancel out message.
Plus, if you do read the small print at the bottom, if you can read fast enough and read the letters that are small enough, it also says it's an actor portraying the person that had the medical problem. So whoever's smiling is smiling because they're a professional smiler.
And they're getting paid.
Yeah, not
to smile.
because they're feeling well.
No, this is why I love radio, because radio actually will have people on. You can have people on who've cured themselves of something, and they can tell the world about it. So I encourage people to get on the radio and listen to talk shows. All kinds of talk shows with things you will never hear on TV, and that's why I adore radio. I promote all the time. This is why I'm doing this radio show, and that I did do a cable TV show for many years, but that was a community cable TV show, and I did have people in the community come on and talk about how they healed themselves. But that's community access TV. You can't do that. You can't call CNN and say, I got somebody who healed themselves of Ebola, and we got to come on and tell people how to do this. It's done with homeopathy, right? We cannot do that. And that is, to me, it just breaks my heart because people are watching all of this nonsense on television. And I'm also saying that if a person is in an accident, if they're in a critical situation, to save their life, you want to do that temporarily. And then also work at the same time with natural medicine, with diet, with what they're feeding you, what they're doing with you, with vitamin C, vitamins, so you do all of it, you see. And that could be done for a little while to get you back on your feet. So anytime you're in a car accident, you don't want to go to a naturopathic doctor or a chiropractor, unless it was just like you hurt your neck. Like you hurt your neck and you need to go to a chiropractor and you twist it a little bit or whatever, and you can do structural work that way. But what I'm saying is if you're in a serious car accident and have to go to the emergency room, go there, do it. But also remember to always include natural medicine and good food and positive thinking and know you're going to get well. And that positivity will take you and help you tremendously. So whenever you hear anything negative about your health, you've got to replace it with a positive. I am well, I am healthy, I am happy, I feel better every day. See, that's your job, that's part of your healing. No one's going to do that for you. I mean, sometimes people do it for you, but those are your loved ones. You know, if I was ever sick, I would love to somebody to call me and say, Teresa, I know you're not feeling good this moment, but you're going to feel perfect in 5 minutes. You're going to get better and better every day. See, that's what you need, is you need to have someone in your life that you can call whenever you're not feeling good or something's happening, and they can just fill you with positivity to get you through it, because it will get you through it. We have to always remember that I think having great people in our life is essential. And we need to have an emergency number for a person who, when they get on the phone with you, they say, no matter what the doctor says, you're going to be fine. Everything's going to be great. You just keep thinking positive thoughts and seeing yourself healed. Now, the right kind of medicine, in my opinion, is to train health providers to do that. In other countries, health providers do that. They say, oh, today you're feeling this way. We're going to be feeding you good food. It's going to help you feel better tomorrow. Okay? That is essential to help people. And I hope if there are any health providers listening, you're always welcome to call me about this, but you need to take some courses in how to treat patients emotionally and work with positivity, okay? Because it can change things in a moment. I've seen people change overnight. I've seen pain go away in 5 minutes because they took charge of it. They were in control of their body, and they weren't listening to the negatives anymore. So there's so many things we can do to help ourselves. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to remind you of these things. I'm here to have your back. I'm here to make sure that you know there's a place you can go, call. You can send me a message. Go to my email, 88teresa@gmail.com. If you want to leave a private message, if you want to go to wellnesscenter.net, what I would recommend to you is become a member. Then email me. We can have emails back and forth so I can help you with a variety of things. Now, I have to tell you that I don't really have time in my life right now. I don't see patients right now. Maybe in the future, in the next 6 months, 7 months, I'll be able to take some new patients. But you don't need to come in an office visit. You need to become a member, and then you could have a Skype appointment. We could talk on the phone. You could have a phone appointment, or you can email me. And the kind of things that I love to do with people is to remind them about their diet and to make sure that they're not eating things that shut the body down, that cause toxicity, because any toxicity will affect the most inflamed area in your body. In other words, let's say you have a sore hip, okay, and it's been sore for a long time and it's not getting better. Stop eating animal products and dairy products. Do vegan for a couple of weeks. Okay, and also own it and say, okay, my body is letting me know that there's a pain in my hip. That's your body communicating to you that there's a pain in your hip. And so what you want to do is tell your body that you're going to fix it. You want to you basically want to have an inner communication, a dialogue going on, that you are in charge of your body. You see, the truth is you are. Your mind tells your body what to do. So if you have a negative program going on in there, it's affecting your hip, right? What you want to do is tell your body it's healed, that you are responsible and in charge of your body, and it is healed now. that you do not accept any pain. This is something that you can't even imagine in your life having any pain. You want to talk to your body like this, and before you know it, maybe it'll take minutes, maybe it'll take a half a day, or maybe it'll take a day, but you're going to see a change in the pain. But you also have to do good things for your body. You have to stop eating toxicity and drinking sodas and all of the kind of sugars and so I've had patients come in who say, "Oh, I don't eat sugar, I just eat marshmallows." Well, what is marshmallows? I mean, and I have parents that come in with their kids and say, "Well, I don't give them sugar, they just have marshmallows in their hot chocolate." Well, what else is in their chocolate? Well, I don't know, I buy it in a little can. Well, stop doing that. You can make hot cacao and you could put stevia in it or coconut sugar in there, right? You do not have to eat marshmallows, but you can take in a little container, there is cashew cream that is made from cashews, and you could put that in there for milk. It's creamy and yummy. There's all kinds of things you can do. It requires that you exercise the C word, and that word is change. A lot of people feel it's a dirty word to them, but in order to stay healthy, you've got to eat a healthy diet. And people say, "Oh, Dr. Dale, how can you do all the things you're doing? How do you have energy to do radio, to do the research on radio, to do and teach and do all the things you do?" It's because I eat really well and I exercise and I tell my body what I want it to do. So it's so interesting. When you start talking to your body, you start seeing that it behaves you. Now, you have to also do the things that are good for your body, and everything will work great. So how you talk to yourself, if you're talking to yourself, it's like, "Oh, the doctor said I have this disease, and this disease could be life-threatening," and if you feel the fear, that's going to affect your fit kidneys. But it's just going to feed the disease that he says or she says that you have. So your fear, your negativity feeds the disease, makes the disease worse. Best thing you could do is laugh, is watch some movies that you find hysterical. Some people go to old movies. They like the Three Stooges. Some people like Jim Carrey's movies, or what is that one about the veterinarian? It's
he was a vet doctor.
Yeah, but what is the name of that movie? Hysterical.
It's very funny. Yeah.
Very, very funny. And so find hysterical movies or listen to George Carlin or that kind of thing. That helps strengthen your immune system, whereas fear and negativity suppresses your immune system. It makes your immune system lower, worse, burdened. So the best thing for you to do is feel like you love yourself, you're in love with the world, you're in love with what you're eating. Feel the positivity. If you're helping other people in your profession, boy, you're going to get a lot of good energy from that too. So find ways to do volunteer work. Find ways to help other people. And some of my patients have said, "I don't feel good enough to help myself. How am I going to help other people?" I said, start calling people that you know that need help on the phone. Start helping them, giving them positivity. And I'll bet for every 5 people you call, 4 or 5 people that you call to give them positivity, you're going to feel so much better, because that is filling you with positivity in doing that and putting that out there. So the other issue besides the kidneys, we talked a little bit about kidneys, kidney stones, and all the things that you can do to avoid kidney stones, which is having a clean diet and animal-free diet. And it's not even, organic is so much better if you're going to eat animal protein, but it's still heavy protein for the kidneys to digest, to assimilate. to process. So we have to remember that. Now, one of the things that is irritating a lot of people I know right now is politics. Now, I don't get into politics on the show except for the politics of healthcare. I will discuss that, but a lot of people go through their whole day being irritated and angry at the political situation. And I know that because I talk to them on the phone. They call me and say, I have a problem with this, and I have a problem with my digestion, and I'm constipated and all of this. And by the way, did you listen to Fox News or CNN last night? And, this and this made me really angry. This and this. And I go, the way you're feeling in your body is because of what you're thinking, what you're putting your attention on. Okay, so you always look at the positivity in life and how you can help yourself and others. So I strongly recommend that. I'm sure most of you are doing something like this because you're on the show right now, and that's because you're interested in natural medicine. Your health freedom is key. I want you to feel that you have health freedom to heal yourself. Okay, this means that you educate yourself. It doesn't take much. I'm telling you what you need to know about dietary things, right? So we talked about paleo, tough and hard on the kidneys. Really, a lot of people have constipation from eating so much meat if they're eating a lot of meat in a paleo diet. And I do agree with not eating so many grains, but I want to tell you that some grains are better than others. I would recommend that no one ever eats gluten, but that if you don't have celiac disease, you can eat it once in a while. It's not like you have to be neurotic about it. But if you have celiac disease, you cannot have gluten in any way, shape, or form ever, okay? Because it'll cause hemorrhaging. And we want to make sure that you know that gluten is very sticky and difficult for the digestive system and also for your colon. So, but there are certain grains like quinoa that are very healthy. There are, and you can not make a whole diet out of quinoa, but my goodness, you can include that in some of your food. Now, what do I eat for protein? I eat vegetables, and I get a protein drink that is made out of a protein powder that's made out of pea protein and hemp protein. Hemp has a lot of protein. Hemp protein is one of your finest forms of protein. Now, a lot of people have said to me, I had a patient on the phone and she said, does it help if I smoke it? And I said, no, that doesn't increase your protein level, at all. But I've had people ask, and they're very fascinated with hemp these days. And I want to tell you that hemp protein is food. It is not going to get you high, not going to do anything. Oh, yes, thank you very much. That was Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That was the funny one I wanted to tell you. If you need to laugh, check that out, Jim Carrey. But hemp is great in a protein powder. I also put hemp seeds on my salads, and if I cook something, I'll put hemp in it. So I get my protein from that. I get a protein powder that has pea and hemp. There's 26 grams of protein per serving. I have 2 servings of that a day, plus all of the other things that I eat. So I love eating healthy. I feel so good doing it. And a lot of people ask me about tempeh. It's a soy, but it's a fermented soy. It's live. So how do I feel about tempeh? I think if you have it once in a while, it's fine, but it is soy. And if you have cancer or you have high estrogens, soy will make the estrogens higher. It will increase the estrogens in your body, so don't eat it, okay? Unless if you're healthy and you run and you have a lot of exercise, then you can eat tempeh once in a while. I wouldn't eat tofu, and if I ate tempeh once in a while, it would be organic. And you don't want to cook it to death because that'll kill it. It's fermented and live, so it's healthy. So you can put it in food. You could stir fry some food and put tempeh in there and warm it up, and it's great and healthy. So the other thing that I wanted to really discuss with you today on Natural Health Radio is about our health care. And I want you to be empowered so that if you go to a chiropractor, a dentist, or a doctor, that you can share with that person what your feelings are about why you're there and what you expect. For example, if you go to a dentist and if you don't want mercury fillings, you have to tell the dentist, I don't want any mercury put in my mouth or even used in the cleaning. If you're having your teeth cleaned, if they don't use a mercury-free or fluoride, it's rather fluoride-free paste to clean it, then you're going to get fluoride in your body. And there's several books out on fluoridation of water and fluoride itself and how being exposed to a certain amount of it, depends on each person, causes cancer. There's research. You don't want fluoride in your toothpaste. You don't want it in the cleaning material when you go to the dentist. Your best bet for dentistry is to seek out a biological dentist, and then you will have the most well-trained dentist to help you have great teeth, great smile, healthy gums. And a lot of people who have periodontal disease, they have it because they have poor dental cleaning habits, but also because of their diet. Like you eat a lot of sugar, you eat a lot of meat, you eat things that are not healthy for you. It affects your tissues, your gums. It affects your body tissues. So we do need to understand that everything you put in your mouth affects your health in every way. And the book I recommended earlier when we first started is called The China Study. Awesome book. Gives you research on vegetarianism, why, and all of the details about how meat and other junk foods affect the body. So it's a good book. The other issues that people have are if they have structural issues, they go to a chiropractor, or they go to an osteopathic doctor. So here is a little bit of my knowledge that I'm absolutely positive that will help you is I studied with many chiropractors to know that nutrition affects your joints and your bones, your health. Okay. However, let's say you're in a rollerblading accident, or you fall, or not that you're doing rollerblading, Daryl, but I had a rollerblading.
I used to.
You used to?
Yeah.
I had an accident. So, the interesting thing is that you need to go to an osteopathic doctor that does Dr. Sutherland's work, which he does cranial work that puts the plates in your head. You see, you have plates in your head that when you hit your head or when you hit your back, your head could shift too. And you need to go to a cranial doctor who is an osteopathic doctor who does Dr. Sutherland's work. It's the most gentle. You can do it on infants. It always works. It fixed my life. And I want to tell you that is the easiest way to fix trauma that is related to accidents or hitting your head, is doing that kind of cranial work, totally safe. The other thing is chiropractic is very, very important because we can, in just exercising, let's say riding a bike or running or whatever we're doing, we could just turn our foot the wrong way. We could turn our leg the wrong way. We could put our knee out a little bit just by a slight change in movement, or stepping on a part of the pavement that's higher than another. Anything that causes a change like that, or a stumble. So going to a chiropractor is great. I highly recommend it. I recommend clinical kinesiology as well to help find out, like the hip bone is connected to the thigh bone, etc. All of those bones, to make sure that all of them get put back into place. So I recommend chiropractic. I recommend osteopathic medicine. It will change your life if you get someone who can do Sutherland's work. And you can check that out online. Look for Sutherland, Southerland, Sutherland, just like it sounds. Sutherland Cranial, Sutherland Osteopathic Method, and you'll find some awesome practitioners that can really help your life, help you with back pain, as well as awesome chiropractors who do functional medicine as well. So we only have about 10 minutes left. I want to answer some of the questions from last week. Now, I can see all the people online today. That's really great. We have about, how many minutes do we have?
9.
9 minutes left. Okay, I'm being told what the scoop is here. So last week, one of the things you asked is, if you start on a vegan diet and you've been on a animal diet, animal product diet, and non-vegan diet, which means everything, right? How long will it take for your body to become clean, to detoxify, and how long does it take before you feel a difference? Well, I can tell you from 90% of my patients have felt a big difference in 5 days. Okay, and that is if they were doing completely vegan and changing. They felt a difference in their mobility, in their mind, in their positivity, in their emotions. So I would say you'd feel something shift in a week. Now, and then another question was, is that all I need to do, just change to vegan? Well, it depends on your situation. If you have chronic health issues, and you've been eating improperly for your health for your whole life, what you want to do is do a cleanse. Now, you want to do an organic cleanse. It has to clean out your liver, your gallbladder. It has to dissolve stones. It has to detoxify kidneys. It has to pull the poisons out of your blood and strengthen your immune system, as well as sweep out your colon. And there's only one cleanse in the world that is going to do all of that, because it has 4 components to it, one for each of those things that you take together. So that is called the slow cleanse, or the whole body deep cleanse. You want to check that out on www.wellnesscenter.net. And you will read about that and see if it fits for you, if it feels good for you. And that's, what you need to do, no matter what you hear and what you read, is always you have to assess, is this good for me? How does this feel? But we've had remarkable success with the cleanses, and it's a foundational tool for your body-mind. So we have to understand that's the first thing you want to do, is change your diet and do that. But even if you didn't do the cleanse, okay, you would feel a difference in your life in 5 days of doing a vegan diet. And after that, you don't stop. You keep going. So many people say, oh, I'm going to miss cheese. I miss that the most. Well, I hear you, sister. I mean, I love cheese. I'm Swiss. I've been to Switzerland. I grew up eating cheese. It's my favorite food, and it's the only food that I have an allergy to. It's the only thing I have an allergy to where I feel it right away when I eat cheese. So I'm with you, sister. And here's what I do. I found a remarkable cheese substitute made with cashews. It's cashew cheese. It is so good that I do not even think about cheese anymore. I mean, I've eaten, in my life, I love brie, I love all of it. I'm just like a cheese person. I don't miss it, truthfully. And that is because I eat cashew cheese. Now, some companies make it and I don't like the taste. but other companies make it, and I do like the taste. Here in Ojai and in Ventura, there's a man by the name of Mario. He doesn't even know me, but he has awesome cashew cheese. Mario's cashew cheese, it's not in stores. You have to go look it up. He also makes gluten-free sourdough, amazing bread that you will get addicted to, and it's organic. So you can go Mario's Bread, and you'll find his cheese, cashew cheese. In the stores, some companies make good cashew cheese, but none of them are as good as Mario's. So, but you can look for cashew cheese. I would strongly recommend it. And as far as slices, I use a company's cheese that is called Follow Your Heart. They do not pay me as an advertiser. I don't accept any advertisers on this show because this is everything from my heart, my knowledge. Follow Your Heart cheese, the new formula is coconut cheese, and it melts like if you want to have organic chips, okay, for a treat, let's say, you can take that coconut cheese, Follow Your Heart, and it melts and it's yummy. You can put it, they have it in shreds, and you can put it on top of organic gluten-free pasta if you choose to do that. I love it. So there's, as far as cheese, right now things have changed so much and grown so much in the natural health industry and the natural food industry that you can get cheese that you won't even, that's made of cashews and coconut and almond, that is so good you don't even miss cheese, right? Now, I do make, talking to you about a little recipe, and people ask me what recipes would you recommend. I'm addicted to pizza. That was a mess. Last week I had a message. So for those that are addicted to pizza, I'm also half Italian, half Swiss. So I used to, eat a lot of pizza. And then when I realized that I was in the health field and I started getting sick from it, to make a long story short, here's how you make healthy, delicious pizza. What you want to do is get gluten-free pizza crusts made out of rice. They're a little bit, and you put them in the oven. Not at first, you put it in the oven, get ready, and you put on it artichoke hearts, spinach. You can put some of the sprinkles of coconut cheese. You can put olives. You can put cashew. And now they have the vegetarian pepperonis that are not made with soy. It's made with pea protein. And they're like sausages, and you could slice them up and put that on there, and a little bit of tomato sauce or tomatoes on there. Then you stick it in the oven. 15 minutes, take it out. Then you slice up avocados and put that on top. You will not miss, it's so good, you will not miss having oily, cheesy, unhealthy, doughy pizza, which makes you fat. Okay, you will not miss that because you can eat as much of this as you want, and it's not fattening. It doesn't have a lot of calories. It's just delicious and healthy. So we only have about 1 minute left. I want to remind you today that thewellnesscenter.net, that we have your back, that you can become a member, get lots of information. You can email me at no charge. I'll get back with you. You can also go to the Dr. Dale's Wellness Store, and you can click around on that, and if you have a symptom, and click on the button that says what your symptom is, and then you can get some help. So I want to thank you so very much for being with me this evening and today, and we will talk to you again soon, like next week. So have a terrific week. Many blessings, and email me if you have any questions. Bye-bye for now.